Welcome to What's Now. I'm your host, Christine Napier. This is a show where we find out what you need to know: seasonal items, great products, new information and research in medicine, and much more. And today's episode is focusing on health and wellness, as well as a great season of a new show that you want to make sure to tune into. We're going to start, though, with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I recently had the opportunity to speak with an individual who was diagnosed with a blood cancer at a very young age, and the LLS had a big difference in her diagnosis, treatment, and outcome. Let's take a look.
What does a cancer diagnosis mean for young adults? Well, right now we are going to discuss how the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society addressed the unique concerns for patients between the ages of 18 to 39 who have blood cancer. Here with us to tell us more is Delianette Rouland Pena, a lymphoma survivor who, shortly after moving to a new city to pursue new adventures that included acting, she learned she had Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a type of blood cancer, and she immediately started treatment and was cancer-free in 3 months. Today we're going to learn how her diagnosis impacted her life and why she thinks it's important for other young adults to learn about the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's resources. Delianette, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing well.
So tell us more about your story.
Sure. When I was first diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, I was actually moving to a new city, planning on moving to a new city to pursue an acting career. I've done my fair share of background roles and wanted to do more. My last film that I did as a background role was West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg in 2019. And being on that set, I knew I wanted to do more. So moving to a new city was the best thing for me for more opportunities. But unfortunately, in 2021, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer at the age of 36, which is a blood cancer that affects the white blood cells.
As a young adult, embarking on new adventures, it must have been such difficult and unexpected news. What did your doctors tell you to expect, and what did you think treatment would be like?
Yeah, so when I heard the first words cancer, I didn't get scared. I just, I walked in faith and I knew I had the victory, okay? But my doctors did tell me that chemotherapy was the next step. And so chemotherapy, it's never easy. It's pretty tough. You go with many, many symptoms. You get many symptoms from headaches, weight loss, hair loss, bone loss. So many things happening. But you know what? I just kept walking in faith and just went right through it. And within 3 months, I was in remission. Okay. But unfortunately, in the month of March, I actually had a relapse. Basically, that means that the cancer came back. I was in complete shock. I did cry this time around, but I got myself together and kept walking in faith. And today I am back in remission and just grateful for the support of my family, my friends, and have an amazing support system.
And what was the treatment like?
Oh, the treatments were pretty tough. I actually went through a stem cell transplant in the month of June. That was pretty tough. I couldn't hardly eat. I kept having a lot of nausea, a lot of throwing up. I mean, it's pretty difficult, but I got through it. I got through it for sure.
And having a strong support system when facing cancer is so important. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society provides free support and resources for blood cancer patients, families, and caregivers. And how were you introduced to LLS and all the support they provide?
Yes, I was introduced to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society through social media, Instagram to be exact. It's an amazing way to actually do your research. So I did my research on my diagnosis and found the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and I had no idea that they had so many resources for so many people.
And tell us about some of the ways that LLS helps young adults, especially when they're facing a blood cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, so one of my favorite resources that they have is the online weekly chats. Not everyone can go in these chats. They talk about whatever they like, from fashion, food, travel, whatever they would want. This is a safe place to go and where people don't feel alone. In these situations, a lot of people feel alone, and this is a great resources for them. They also have the support system. They have an amazing support system. LLS has an amazing support system, and this is why they have the support groups. Now, the support groups are in person for those that are ready to mingle and be around people, feel comfortable being around people. They also have that resource as well.
And where can we learn more information?
Oh, they can go to the number 1-800-955-4572. They can talk to an information specialist. They can communicate with people within 350 languages, which is pretty amazing. And they can go to the website, lls.org.
Well, thank you so much, Jillianette, for joining us today. I'm so glad you're feeling better and doing well right now, and really appreciate you sharing your story to help others, especially young adults, and to help us learn more about LLS. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much.